Today, we are going to talk about something that is different, and we are going to take our success, our life, our energy to another level. And with me, I have one of our elite dragons, Vicky Vortex. How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I am excited because each time we have an event like this one, you always bring us so much knowledge and expertise. And basically, you saved me this week with my ear infection. So that is another. But you are magical, and you have, and there is no success without health. And this is a great example this week because I have been sick, and that did affect my work, my clarity, my everything. So I want you, point one, to tell us about you, because I want you to share your magic, to tell us who you are, what you do, and what are we going to bring onto the dragons today.
Hi, my name is Vicky Vortex. I'm a health and vitality coach. And today I'm going to talk about the benefits of fasting and how to get into and out of the fast safely. Because I'm launching a 48-hour dopamine reset fasting challenge this weekend.
Wow. I'm in already, but fasting. Okay. When people think about fasting, and we had this conversation, so people think about fasting, they say, oh no, okay, if you are from a Latin culture, as I am, your grandma will tell you that if you fast, you die. If you spend more than 10 hours without food, you will die. It's cold and fasting. It's two things then grandmas will tell on a Latin culture. But you're fasting, like, it's not there. You have strategies. So, okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to share your full masterclass, and then I will ask all the questions and it comes up to me? Okay.
So
tell me.
fasting actually would stimulate your natural healing ability, especially for you right now. You're feeling under the weather. The best thing for you to do is to fast, because while you're fasting, your body, and after 17 hours, your body would start the process of autophagy, which is recycling the dead cells and the cancerous cells into protein, so that you're rejuvenating your body and you're healing your body. You stimulate your immune system as well. So it's the opposite of what your grandma would believe. Another thing is cold. If you expose yourself to just a short cold shower, or the cold, like extreme temperatures, like the sauna, for example, and then the cold, then you're also stimulating your metabolism as well as your immune system. So it is just incredible. Like, people are so scared of the idea of fasting because they'd go hungry, they would have no energy. But actually, from experience, the opposite is true. You'd be so clear-headed, and you would find so much energy as well, because we actually spend a lot of energy digesting. We're so busy digesting that, like, after a big meal, you would have a food coma. You just want to lie down and you're exhausted. But when you're not fasting, I mean, when you're not eating, your body is actually very resourceful. And instead of burning carbohydrates, we're actually burning fat, which is the process of ketosis. And so your brain consumes a lot of energy, actually. So when you don't have any glucose anymore, then you're actually burning your fat, which is ketosis, and it's very, very healthy for your brain.
I did fast before, and I did. It's very interesting what you are telling me. I did fast in a moment where my life was totally upside down, and I felt that I need to control something because everything around me I could not control. And I did watch a documentary. This is 2016, I think, a documentary about juicing. And I fast doing juice. So that's my concept of fasting. Now it's much more. You have different ways of fasting, and I know you are going to talk about that in a second. But I remember then, after, I think it was like 3 days, and I had no team with me. I had no, like we have on the Dragons. I did not have a sisterhood, a brotherhood, that like someone like who could answer me questions. What is okay for me to take? Can I drink water? Can I drink tea? Can I drink, all of these little questions. So it was tough for me. But I know then after 3 days, and this is 3 days, and day number 4, I remember so well. I was a very sad moment in my personal life. And my son was on a car, and he told, Mom, you are laughing. And I was not laughing for a lot of months. And I was laughing. And that is forever and ever and ever my memory about fasting. And it is so interesting because it put me to think about the quantity of food then we eat.
Yeah.
Why do we need to eat so much if in reality
we definitely don't. So what happens after 48 hours of fasting is that your brain starts to grow dopamine receptors, and that's when you can the happiness hormones, and that's when you start to feel better. So different lengths of fast have different effects. So autophagy begins at 17 hours, and then at 24 hours, the stem cells in your gut start to be produced. And that is like a gut reset. So if you have digestive issues, or if you have autoimmune diseases that actually start from the gut, then if you do a 24-hour fast, it would really help to reset your microbiome. And if you combine it with like hydrogen water, then the hydrogen would actually nourish the microbiome, and it will give you a sense of satiety. So you won't feel hungry because your gut bacteria is happy. So that's a 24-hour. 36 hours would be ideal for weight loss because you're speeding up your metabolism, you're regulating your insulin, and you're burning off all the excess sugar in your liver, the glycogen in your liver. And so if you have blood sugar issues like diabetes, or high blood pressure, high cholesterol, then a 36-hour fast would be very good. And if you're feeling a bit down, then what we're doing this weekend is a 48-hour dopamine reset fast. And then autophagy peaks at 72-hour. So if you're feeling under the weather, if you want a boost in your immune system, then after 72 hours, all of your white blood cells would be renewed, and your immune system would be completely brand new and rebooted. So it would really help you to get out of your flu.
Okay. I'm in 100%. I'm trying to ask you questions, and I know the answers already because we work together. So what can we do during these 48 hours, and what can we do not do, or what is okay for us to do? So give us like.
So in order to get into a fast, you need to feast before you fast. So don't just go into the fast just like that.
Oh,
You've got to
need
prepare.
Really?
So
I did think that did make so much difficult the fasting. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. So fasting is also about feasting as well, before and after. And you need to load up on especially protein, probiotics like kefir, yogurt, sauerkraut, and kimchi. Anything fermented would be really good for your gut bacteria. So make sure that you have a big feast that is full of protein and probiotics and fiber as well. And then when you get into the fast, now it depends on your goal. If your fast, if you have any pain in your body or injuries or something that you want to heal in your body, then a water fast would facilitate the process of autophagy. So if you drink only water with no nutrients at all during your fast, then you would speed up your healing process if you have any pain, chronic pain or injuries, because your body would then produce more stem cells and human growth hormones to heal the body and to rejuvenate the body. But if you want to fast for other reasons, then you can have bulletproof coffee, which is a blended coffee with 1 teaspoonful of raw butter and a dash of C8 MCT oil, and that would stimulate ketosis. So C8 MCT coconut oil quadruples the amount of ketones so ketones is the fat burning process in your body. So it would help you to burn fat. If you consume the bulletproof coffee, you need to blend it for 20 seconds in order to generate energy with a bit of, I put a bit of Himalayan salt and cassia fiber, which is a water-soluble fiber that feeds your microbiome. And 1 cup of that coffee can last me until 6 p.m. after skiing. I can have enough energy to go skiing after just that cup of coffee, because this is what the Himalayan people do. You know, like they have yak's tea and they churn the tea. So that vortex movement creates a lot of energy in the coffee for you. You can have bone broth, unlimited bone broth or vegetable broth. To keep you going. The important thing is to add Himalayan salt and Celtic salt into your soup so that you have enough electrolytes to keep you going and to keep you hydrated.
What is enough? What do you mean enough? Like, oh, it depends of the proportions and you are eating, obviously.
Oh, pinch. Yeah. So
okay.
it won't give you high blood pressure because it's not table salt. Don't put table salt into your broth, but just Himalayan salt or Celtic salt. So it's very, very important to stay hydrated while you're fasting and drink lots of water. So make sure that your water is purified. And so that helps with the detox process as well while you're fasting. It flushes your body out. If you're really starving, then you can have 2 tablespoonfuls of peanut butter, 1/4 of a cup of grass-fed cream, raw cream, if you can. Then the idea is to not spike your blood sugar level, and to, as long as your blood sugar level is not spiked, you stay fasted. And but generally, by definition, fasting is 0 calories. So it just depends on your goal. Water fast, 0 calorie, just water, or you can have like all the other things to keep you going.
So I will tell then if it's your first rodeo, if you are scared, because there is a mental fear of fasting. It's
Yes.
like it's so weird. That is so weird because we can control. We can eat any moment. It's not then. It's almost an anxiety saying like, "Oh, I'm going to die," and you are owning this. This is you decide to fast. So, I love what you are doing. So you did set up a group where people can join. We will share the link in a second. If you are watching this, please drop #replay if you are watching on replay and #live. And if you want to be inside of this group, and let me tell you, Vicky brings the most amazing strategies, tips, tricks, and I'm always learning with her, always. Just raise your hand and we'll drop the link for you to join the group. What can we expect inside of the group? How can, imagine this is the first time, and I have been listening about fasting, but I never did it. So guide me.
Yeah, so it is very important. There are a few people who cannot fast, and these are the pregnant women who are breastfeeding, people who have eating disorders, and also if you're on diabetic medication, because it might just bring your blood sugar level too low to the point where it can be fatal. So you need to talk to your doctor, and you need to get off your diabetic medication before you go on the fast in case your blood sugar level gets too low. I have a machine that actually measures my blood sugar level, and then I can plug it into my phone to read my blood sugar level. But if you don't have that machine, how I know that my blood sugar is too low is that when you're suddenly you're lethargic, you're exhausted, you can't stop yawning, you have no energy to do anything, and you're cold. And so when you get to that stage where all you can do is to lie down, it is time to either break the fast or to have 2 tablespoonfuls of peanut butter or a tablespoonful of avocado oil to keep you going. But do not stretch to the point where you know that your blood sugar level is too low, because at a certain point it becomes too dangerous, and it's not worth it.
What
But
should,
a lot of
yeah,
the fear is psychological. We
yes.
are generally psychologically addicted to food, and
Mhm.
you would observe yourself and notice your cravings and your relationship with food when you're fasting. And once you're aware of that relationship, then you can shift it.
I normally, I'm very connected with my body, and I naturally do intermittent fasting. So I never take a breakfast. I drink coffee in the morning or tea. I'm drinking tea right now without sugar, without anything, just pure tea. And I really want to try the bulletproof coffee, because I know I will arrive to 6 p.m. No problem. I'm not hungry. I'm normally more hungry at night, but it's not so good supposedly. But yeah, it's very interesting how much we eat without really the need of eating. And and you are talking about the cold, and I had the same situation with the cold. So when I start doing cold showers and I start doing some kinds of cold shock therapy,
Yeah.
I was so amazed, because your beliefs that you grow up with each other, and you start asking yourself, wait a second, how many things I have been done for 40 years that you don't need to do it? And that takes you in a very interesting path. For me, was stopping eating meat. I came back to meat some months ago, and now I drop it again. Personal reasons, obviously, because I don't want it. My body doesn't need it anymore. But fasting, I will tell as a personal experience, when you go through your first fasting, you feel as a superhero. It's something
Yeah.
you never did fast, and you fast, you're like, wait a second, I have a superpower that I need, right?
Yeah,
Did you have that?
surprisingly easy. And so what you're talking about is hermetic stress to the body. So when you do fasting, you have like hermetic stress, and when you expose yourself to extreme temperatures like extreme cold and extreme heat, then what you do is that you're stimulating stem cells, you're growing neurons as well. So thanks to our ancestors, whenever we're starving, whenever we're fasting, we actually grow our neurons as well. We grow our brain cells, and human growth hormone, stem cells. And because we actually needed to be smarter in order to be able to hunt food. So if you're hungry, then you're actually sending your body to grow more brain cells to have a bigger brain. So it is a win-win situation, isn't it?
That is so interesting, because, okay, some months ago when we did put together the first summit, I don't know, for 1 week, I was working 12 hours a day. And during that week, I almost did not eat. And if you ask me, did you miss it? No, I was so busy and so entertained with everything and enjoying. So then I did not think about food. So it's very interesting that you are telling that, because I never did read about that. And yeah, it's kind of make you more intelligent. It's not making more,
Yeah.
yeah, probably, maybe. So
Yeah. And it's
it's
about burning off excess. So when you think about it, diabetes is about excess, like excessive sugar, excessive probably eating, and excessive alcohol. And so when you're fasting, you're burning off all these excessive fat in your body, excessive sugar in your liver, and also your excessive hormones as well, estrogen. And so you're regulating so many biomarkers, you're regulating your metabolism on so many levels while you're fasting. So it is a very useful, it is the cheapest way to heal yourself, and to stay young and healthy.
That is a great point. Is the cheapest.
And so to go back to your question, what we should do then if we're not focusing on food while we're fasting, for me, I focus on detoxing. So you use a dry brush after, well, some people say before a shower, but I like to use it after a shower to keep it clean. And you can also consider doing coffee enema, actually. So you put cold coffee in here, and then so you put some coconut oil at the bottom, connect, and then what you do, you keep it in your colon. You lie down and you try to keep it in your colon for 15 minutes. Then it directly detoxes your liver and your gallbladder. And you make enough coffee so that you can do it in 3 goes, so that you don't have to hold it for 15 minutes, like in one go. Maybe the first time you can only hold it for like 5 minutes, and then the next time maybe 5 minutes, and then like you can do it 3 rounds so that you can detox your liver directly. I also do far infrared sauna at home, and that's the most direct way of detoxifying your body. You stay in there for an hour and you keep on wiping off your sweat. If you don't have all this equipment, then you just have a salt bath, or you go grounding outside, or swim in the sea. That's also a very... So what I'm trying to say is that you need to do some self-care and focus on things that you might neglect. So instead of eating and cooking and doing the dishes, you can do something for yourself, which is self-care and self-love.
Okay. So when are we starting? Tomorrow.
So tomorrow, I'll be running a 48-hour dopamine reset fasting challenge, and I will do Facebook and Instagram live. I have the Zoom link in the fasting Facebook group that you can click on, and feel free to ask me any question. And it'd be so fun to do the fasting together as a group. It'd be much easier, and it will be a lot of fun.
Yeah, 100%. What should I eat today? I eat hummus and I did eat, a little bit of hummus. Like I did my hummus. I always do it at home. I do it with olive oil, so it's normal hummus. So basically olive oil, lemon, and garlic and salt. So
yeah, just focus on protein, loading up on protein and probiotics and fiber. Like if you're a vegetarian, then lentils and pulses and all of your favorite things. I would do a curry because the spices are very healthy.
So I'm eating fish, so I think I'm going.
That's great. That's a great source of protein. Omega-3, like omega-3 fish would be great.
Give me an example. You know everything, so it's like
so avoid tuna, because tuna, when you eat a big fish is full of mercury. So avoid tuna, but I would go for wild caught salmon, sardines, anchovy, and mackerel. So these fish is full of omega-3 and it's less contaminated because they're small.
So can I eat the Portuguese sardines from the can, the original ones?
Yes, I mean I do as well. I would make a salad out of it with I make a tabbouleh, like with parsley and coriander. I chop them into small bits and then mix it with lemon juice, and then I mix the sardines into it.
Wow. And you do sardines on olive oil?
Yeah.
So technical question.
Yeah, olive oil is so good.
Yeah, olive oil is so good, but that is an interesting thing that we are talking the last time, because we Portuguese, we cook in olive oil. And then
Yes.
olive oil is not stable when you warm up, right? So that is another topic for
Yeah, it
another.
becomes trans fat when you heat it up. So yeah, but have it cold in the salad is fantastic.
I'm excited. Okay. I'm excited because I totally forgot the feeling of I have an app. Do you use any app? No, you don't. But I have an app where I control the timings that I'm fasting. And it keeps
All
me
right.
giving notifications and how long and
Yeah.
what phase of my fasting I am in. So it's very
Mm.
interesting. Um, it's it's a superpower,
Mm.
and with you aside and people, the fact that people can ask you questions as I'm doing right now, I'm doing all the questions that people are asking on the chat, so that's
Mm.
okay. So water, let's talk water, because I don't live in Europe and I don't
Mm.
live in the United States. So I am in Mexico, and point one, we don't have tap water. That is the good thing. Point two, we how can I drink a good quality of water
Yeah.
today if I don't have any tools and then like
So
what
you don't have a filter?
I don't have a filter. No, no.
Yeah, so I've been living in Airbnbs for so long. I actually have a gravity filter. So that way
Okay,
you don't need to connect it to the tap or anything. So a gravity filter is something that you can travel with as a nomad.
okay,
Be very useful. I wouldn't recommend the jug ones because it's the tiny filter. It doesn't work very well. So what you can do is to get a piece of activated charcoal,
mm-hmm.
and that can purify your water, but it takes time. It takes 6 hours. But I do have the activated charcoal after I filter the water in the jug, and
Okay,
after filtering the water, I also have a pouch. You can get a pouch that acts as a filter as well as a remineralizer, so it contains minerals as well. That
mm-hmm.
and it filters the water at the same time. So that's portable that you can use. It is extremely important to to purify your water because tap water is full of heavy metals and pollutants and hormones, bacteria, etc. So I wouldn't recommend drinking tap water. And I and I cannot bring myself to buy any plastic bottled water either, because the microplastics get into the water. It's very tricky because in one hand you want to detoxify your body, but you won't detoxify your body without purifying it and
That is
remineralizing the
yeah.
water.
Okay, okay. Do you told me then there is something that you can do with Himalayan salt, if you can put that on the water to drink as
Yes.
well?
So, yeah, especially when you're fasting, it is very important to maintain your level of minerals. So by putting a bit of just a pinch of Himalayan salt or Celtic salt into your water, then you are actually giving yourself minerals as well as electrolytes. And the electrolytes is what keeps you hydrated. And that is the most important thing to do when you're fasting, is to flush your body out all these toxins that you're getting rid of. So it's very important to help yourself to cleanse and squeeze some lemon and lime into your water to make it living water, and to get the vitamins and the electrolytes to keep you hydrated and mineralized as well.
I love
Stay in
it.
the sunshine.
We should bring your recipes for bullet coffee and all of that, like through the group, so so
Yeah.
people can access, and even if they want to start warming up and start creating some, I like to go full in, but some people want to like, oh, let me have more hours between foods, and so yeah.
Yeah, so
Ah,
I've written a lot of blogs, and and I've created reels on bulletproof coffee, and also the ideal water, you know, like how you can purify your water and make it living water in my blog. So just go to vickyvortex.com, and under Vitality Matters, you can see all my blogs that I've written. And there is one blog called In the Search of the Perfect Water. And that's I've written in detail what to do with your water.
There is my strategy right now, searching for what, because when you are, yes, when you are a nomad, yes, 100%, but in my case, I'm not sure if I could use tap water because I don't know where the tap water is coming. And all water that I have in Mexico comes from this big, but not big like this monster things of plastic, or as 20 liters of water. So any tip there? Any strategy?
So it really doesn't matter where you live in the world. I would not drink. I would actually refuse to drink tap water. I'd rather not drink than actually
No,
touch
I don't think it's a good idea.
It's not just even the water, it's the tap as well. The tap is the, you know, could be rusting, it could be full of heavy metals, it could be copper. You just don't know where it comes from. So I wouldn't trust anything. So if I were traveling, then I would try and get water that comes in like a glass bottle. Then it would be much better than plastic water. But if you were to really choose the water, apparently Volvic has the most minerals, and Fiji water as well.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently they're the best water, like bottled water to drink. But I'm not comfortable with the plastic
idea of the plastic.
Yeah.
Yes, it's just where I am, I don't have loads of options, but it's
try and get a gravity filter. It's worth it because it looks very tall, but you can actually collapse it into half the height because they can be folded together. I know I travel with it in my big.
I know.
It's worth it. It really is worth it because like then you have the peace of mind and you have unlimited water to drink and to cook with.
I'm excited. Why should we? Okay, what is our goal for this weekend?
The goal is to grow dopamine receptors in the brain so that we can all feel happier and lighter. If you're feeling, especially if you're feeling the winter blues, then this fast is for you. And to also fast together as a community.
Okay, fast together as a community sounds perfect. Oh, do you have any other things that you want to share? Things that you want to tell? I'm seeing lots of comments on the group here. Go.
I've made a reel on Instagram to make a Vietnamese bone broth, and that has a lot of herbs and spices. So when you put a lot of herbs and spices in your food, then it's full of antioxidants and minerals, and yeah, it's very, very healthy when you add herbs and spices in your food.
Yes, and that makes sense because in certain countries, very interesting. If you think, because I know you have been traveling around the world, if you think about the countries who have more spices, are the countries who have less opportunity on less infrastructure many times. Many times are countries like India or Mexico in certain parts, and I'm talking because in certain parts, people cannot prevent health issues because they have no infrastructure. And that being said, with spices, they must balance that because
they are antiseptic. They kill viruses and bacteria and germs. So it keeps you from getting sick.
100%. 100%.
Okay. Especially if the water is dodgy.
Yes. Wow. A message to someone watching you. Okay, I will give a message. If you you have, okay, if you are watching this, you have all the strategies, you have all the clues how to take your success to another level, but your health is not on the how you wish to be, or you want to have more energy, or you want, or you are changing your life in the sense that you are crossing 40 or whatever it is going on. I'm talking because I'm basing on me. Vicky is the person to go for. She has so much knowledge and she can help you and explain to you detail by detail what can you do. So if people want to connect with you, what options do they have?
So go to vickyvortex.com and book a discovery call with me. I've got an online course that is about daily practice to keep you healthy. And I'm also doing group coaching and one-on-one coaching as well. So just get in touch and see how I can help you.
I can tell you she can help you. It's no doubts, no doubts. Vicky was the best way to. Oh, I feel like this talk did make me feel more better because I have been sick all week. So it's such a pleasure always to have you, to talk with you, to learn with you, to experience this journey of success together. Thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you so much for being on this summit. Thank you so much for being part of our community and for being always so available to answer our questions and to help us to get to the next level. My big thank you to you.
Thank you.
I hope, to you watching this, keep living your dream and make it happen. And if you are ready to take your life to the next level, your business, but your whole life, connect with us and connect with Vicky. Okay?
Yeah, it's for a better quality of life.
100%. Because yeah, what the heck is success? Success is not only money on your bank account. Success, what makes sense if you have millions on your bank account, but you have no health and you have no energy, you cannot enjoy life, you have no success. So 100%. I'm going to say bye to these people. I'm going to say bye to you properly in a second. Thank you so much for being there. Keep being here. We are creating some magic. My name is Rita Valente. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Bye. Take care.